Hi guys, this is Aslam Khan here to do bank reconciliation statement of 2018, 2017 and 2016. This question is tested on question number 6, Roman number 3 or Roman number 4 on your papers. This is very important sum. It can be tested for 4 marks or either it can be tested for 6 marks. Let's move on to the sum. Before we move on, I just wanted to give a small reminder. To learn more videos, you need to subscribe our channel. Do not forget to subscribe our channel and click the like button and put a comment. Whatever the past papers I wanted to do in future, you can suggest me by typing it under comment section. Let's start today bank reconciliation statement of Sapuma's business. Before we move on to the sum, again I want to remind you, you need to know what is the difference between an adjusted bank account and a bank reconciliation statement. You need to know that a business will have a bank account. They will be maintaining, a bank will be maintaining the business bank account details under statement called bank statement. So when you see the cash books balance with your bank statement, when you compare your cash book balance with your bank statement, your cash book balance, if it is not there in the bank statement, those things we should record it under bank reconciliation statement. I remind you again, if your adjusted cash books balance, when you compare, if your cash book balance you compare with the bank statement, and your cash book balance is not there in your bank statement, you need to prepare bank reconciliation statement. You need to record all those under bank reconciliation statement. When you compare your bank statement with your adjusted bank account, the details which is there in the bank statement is not there on the cash book, then of course you need to prepare adjusted bank account. So this is the basic things you need to know. I'm gonna teach you how to see that debits and credits on the next sum. For this sum, you need to know this basic understanding, and also you need to know what is there in the cash book and which is not in the bank statement. Most probably, it will be unpresented checks and unrealized checks. Remember, unpresented checks is something which you have paid, but the bank has not paid to the customers either. Okay, and unrealized is something which you have received, but the bank has not received. So when you do the bank reconciliation statement this side, you need to know one thing: you are paying something, but the bank has not paid, so you need to add it back to the bank's reconciliation statement. The reason you want to get finally your bank account and your bank statement should be equal. That's the reason we prepare bank reconciliation statement. When you are doing this sum, you will understand that your adjusted bank accounts balance will not be equal to the bank reconciliation statement. But we need to ensure that our balance should finally equal to the bank reconciliation statement. So let's do this sum and we'll see is it going to be equal or not. To find the sum is equal, you need to see your bank reconciliation statement final balance with your bank statement balance. But unfortunately, here they haven't given bank statement balance. In next sum, they might give, but here you just need to appropriately put the things where you need to put. Now let's read this question. The debit balance of the bank account of Software business as at 31st 10 2018 was 16,000. So I'm gonna write brought forward here. I'm gonna write here brought down or brought forward, whatever you can use. BD, I'm gonna write here 16,000. To record 16,000, then we have always remember to put comma, as I always say in your practicing videos. You have checks later the following was revealed as the reasons for the difference. Checks deposited but not realized during the month is 5,000. As I said, this is an unrealized check. Unrealized check should be a deduction on the bank reconciliation statement. So I'll write here one thing: balance as per adjusted cash book, right here like this. This is the balance adjusted or adjusted bank account, the good term. This is the balance you are going to take to the next side of the sum, and you are going to write here on top unpresented checks. You are going to write unrealized checks. So unpresented checks and unrealized. So unrealized should be deduction. Unpresented should be an addition. Right? So now, how much is unrealized check? They are said checks deposited but not realized during the month, 5,000. So I need to take this 5,000 directly here. I can transfer from this column to the next column. 5,000. So now then we move on. Bank charges but not recorded in the bank account. So when it comes to bank charges, it's a charge from the bank account. They are not deducted, it seems. So we need to deduct from the bank account bank charges. Whatever the charges to the bank account deducted, whatever the additions you need to add it back. So here you will get 500. And then we have checks issued but not presented to the bank for encashment during the month. So this is an unpresented check, 8,000. You will take it here and you will transfer to the. And you have direct remittances received from debtors to the bank which were not recorded in the bank account is rupees 2,000. So what is this direct remittance? So when it comes to direct remittances, you need to know it's electronic payment which you have received. It's not a check payment. That's the reason I'm not taking on the bank reconciliation statement. And this is an amount of 2,000. Now you might think, okay, so this 2,000, where should I put? I'll take it on the debit side because it's a receiving amount. It's 2,000 as direct remittance. Right. So now I'm gonna balance the sum. That easy. The same thing you need to do for all these 3 years. The same way. There's no big change. So 16 plus 2,000 is 18,000, and you will take this 18,000 to this column, and you will see how much is the difference. So 500 minus 18,000, you will get 17,500. That is the carried down amount. You're gonna carry it down 17,500. So now remember one thing before we move on to the next part of the sum. This 17,500 is the amount you are going to take under the bank book. Okay, under this balance. So this 17,500 you're going to transfer to this side. I will record here 17,500. So I'm going to see when you add with unpresented checks, you get 8,000, and when you get unrealized, you deduct 5,000. So, right. But always the brackets to represent, it's a minus. Always put brackets when you are putting a minus figure on your exams. Here you will write balance as per bank, balance as per bank, balance as per the bank statement is the correct term you should use. You need to know the terms very clearly when you do the sum. So now you have 17,500 plus 8,000, you can show here. Total you get 25,500, right? When you deduct 5,000, you get 20,500. So when you have been given a bank statement, you could have compared this and see. Then of course it should have been 20,500. Unfortunately, they have not given a bank statement on this sum. Maybe in 2017 when we are doing, we will be able to find it. I hope you understood 2018 sum, and we'll move on to 2017 sum. What makes you perfect is practice. If you don't understand, again, revise the video again and again. You can learn the video just playing it again and again. You will be able to learn it more precisely, and also you more accurately. You can just learn with the past paper. Whenever you are doing this sum, you need to have past paper along with you to make yourself comfortable, and to make yourself focusing on towards getting a mark on a paper like this. So let's move on to the next sum, 2017. Question number 6, Roman number 4. So we're moving on to the next sum. Remember to put the business name like here on this whole sum. I have already written the business name. This was Sapuma's business. So I recorded here Sapuma's business. Now I'm going to move on to 2017. First of all, I need to see is there any business name. There's no business name on this sum. So we can directly move on to the bank reconciliation and registered bank account. As I said previously, I will teach you how to see the debit side of your credit balance with the, debit side of your adjusted, debit side of your cash book. You need to see with the credit side of the bank statement, and debit side of the bank statement you should compare with the credit side of the cash book. Now I'm going to compare the cash book first of all to know what is unpresented and unrealized. So I can write here one thing, and I can keep, if you really want to do this, you can leave 2 lines and write here unpresented checks, and also you can write here unrealized, right? Now unpresented checks and unrealized checks. Put a small heading and keep it, so we can do it so easily. Let's see what is there on the adjusted cash book, what is not there on the bank statement. Now I'm going to compare my cash book. I'm not going to compare adjusted cash book. I'm going to compare my cash book with the bank statement to prepare bank reconciliation statement. If I compare my bank statement with the cash book, I will prepare adjusted cash book. Now here you might see 18,500, and this 18,500 you can see here in the balance, which means it's almost there. But you don't want to see this balance is there or not. Most of the time your balance will not be the same. But at starting, both of your balance were same. But when it comes to ending, you see here is 16,500, and also on bank statement, like how much they are given, 23,500. So almost the both balances are very different. Your bank account is having 16,500, and your bank statement is having how much? 23,500, which is not correct. So you need to make it correct. What we need to do. The next thing, I'm gonna see my debit balance, which is this on the debit balance side. I always represent what checks. Remember, in cash book, I see unrealized. Okay, so what is down the debit side of my cash book is representing unrealized checks, because that is something what I receive, but it's not received on the bank. What I receive on the debit side, it should be represented on the credit side. Now you see here, it's 9,000 here. So you can see on the credit side it's 9,000. Now you might think, you might have a lot of questions. We'll be posting bank reconciliation theory video. In the theory video, you will understand why this 9,000 is compared from the debit side and credit side. This is a past paper session, so I can't explain you each and everything to make it short and simple. So 9,000 debit side you need to see with the credit side, but the 16,000, can you see here it's debit side, but there's nothing there on the credit side 16,000. So you make it something very important. You can put a x or something cross. So you remember that when you're doing the sum, you know, take this into the bank reconciliation statement and unrealized check. You can directly put it now itself. Don't want to waste your time. So unrealized check, you can write what is the check number. You know the check number when you're writing this. It's 336215. 336215. I'm gonna write unrealized check 336215. It's how much we got? 10,000. I recorded it. Right, you see, I recorded it. Now I'm going to move on to the unpresented, which is on the credit side. So this side I say unpresented. When I'm doing the cash book, I'm now seeing cash book and comparing the bank statement. Credit side, you see this 3,000 is there. Yes, 3,000 is there. 4,000 is there. Yes, 6,761. This is there. Then we have 20,000. It's not there, so it's a check. Not there, so you can put 2 cross. Now you might think, okay, why this 5,000 you have not taken? Because it's not a check. I only take checks when I compare my cash book with my bank statement. I only see the checks. So remember that. Don't see any other stuffs. Like on the last, when I see my debit side with the credit side, even the 8,000 was not there. But I see what is there here is not there here. That's all I need to see. Now, what is there here? If I see it's not there, means it's adjusted cash books thing. Okay, so you remember the basic rule. So now this is the 20,000, which was not there on the debit side. So I'm gonna take it as unpresented. So as I said, don't write here. For your knowledge, I wrote here. So this is unpresented 20,000 66761. 20,000 is the amount, right? So I have written it correctly. You can write here it's rupees, and we move on. Now I'm going to compare my bank statement with the cash book, right? So I'm going to see my debit side with the credit side of the cash book. I need to see that this 5,000, is it there on the debit side? No. So this means this is a cross, right? So this is 5,000 on the bank statement debit side. So in cash book, it should be in credit side. So in adjusted cash book, this should come on the credit side as standing order. Standing order. Recorded easily as possible. Then I'm done with this also. Whatever you are done, you can put a bold mark or put a thick mark. You can bold it on your paper, but you can put a thick mark. Done. Now I'm going to see this 8,000 credit side of my bank statement. I'm seeing on the debit side this 8,000 is not there, so this is also cross. So it should be on the credit side, I mean debit side of the cash book, but it's not there on the debit side. So on the adjusted cash book, I'll write here direct remittances 8,000. Then now I'm done almost with the sum. I want to know the balance brought forward, balance carried down. This 16,500 is the amount of balance which I'm going to take it as brought forward here. 10,000. Sorry. So brought down or brought forward or carried forward, whatever terms you can use, you can use. 16,500. I'm done with this 8,000 off, so I'll bold it. So I'm going to finish my adjusted cash book. And here. Right. So now 16,500 plus 8,000 is 24,500. And here you will have carried down. You don't want to leave space, as you can write nearby itself. Then you will have 24,500 minus 5,000 will give you 9,500. This 9,500 is the amount you are going to transfer from your adjusted bank account towards bank reconciliation statement. So I'm going to write here 9,500. I'll write here balance as per adjusted bank account. Right. Now you have 20,000 here. You will transfer it and then add it with 9,500. So 9,500 plus 20,000, you will get how much? 39,500. So that easy. So we are done with 39,500. We need to deduct 16,000. So I'll deduct 16,000. Right. So 39,000 minus 16,500 will give you 23,500. This is your final balance. You will say it as balance as per bank. Okay, now for your knowledge, you need to know that this 23,500, is it equal to the bank statement balance? Now, if your bank reconciliation statement balance is agreeing with your bank statement balance, means you have nailed the paper, you have done it correctly. You see the bank statement balance, guys. You know, how did you get this 23,500? They have added 18,500, they deduct 15,500. And in the credit side, 24,000. That's how they have taken the balance. The final balance of this 23,500 is almost the same as per the bank reconciliation statement. So you have done the sum properly. If your bank reconciliation statement's final balance as per bank statement, but you need to write when is this month end October, right? So you need to write the full term balance as per bank statement. What's the date? 31st October 2018. You can write like this. So then of course your sum is almost correct fully. You get 6 marks on your paper. That easy to score marks if you know how to do it. So moving on to 2016. I'll zoom a bit for your same like 2018 we did now. Okay, so the balance of the bank account or Jani's business. So better I write Jani's business before bank reconciliation statements. Name. And when is this business ending? Not in October 2018. It should be September 2016. So I'll write here September 2016. So we have done the basic things. Now we have balance of the bank account of Jani's business 18,000. I'm going to take it as balance of bank account on the debit balance, because how they said it on the debit balance, they never said anything on the credit or debit. So you consider better always, if they haven't said, always consider it on the balance part 4 side. 18,000. Then but the balance of the bank statement received for the month of September 2016 did not match with the balance of the bank account. Later following were revealed as the reason for this difference. Payments of standing orders. I think I have small spelling mistakes that were not recorded in the bank account was rupees 6,000. So this is something you should have paid, but you are not considered. So this is part of bank account. So I'll take standing order on the credit side of this. 6,000. Easy. I'm done with my adjusted cash book. Checks deposited in September. Again a small spelling mistake. September. But not realized during the month were rupees 3,000. So it's very easy. And checks issued in September but not presented to bank for encashment during the month. So they have unpresented and unrealized. So unpresent you need to add it. Unrealized you need to deduct from the bank reconciliation statement. Before that I want to finish this off. So I'll finish this off. It's very easy sum. It's not that bit complex like 2017 and 18. 2017 you need to think a bit. So 18,000 you have written here. So 18,000 minus 6,000 you will get carried down 12,000. You will transfer this 12,000 here as balance as per bank adjusted bank account, right? Same methodology, you know the same way to do the same method you should use every year. 12,000 is the amount. I'm gonna add something. We say as unpresented checks, and we will deduct unrealized, right? So unpresented check. How much is unpresented check? Easy. Unpresented means it's 4,800 you need to add it, and 3,000 you need to deduct because it's not realized. You can see the terms. You can identify it's not realized here. You will say, right? On every sum they will say this, so it's very easy to find it out. And not presented. So not presented is unpresented. Not realized is unrealized. So not presented is 3,000, 4,800. So you will take this side 4,800. In total you will get 16,800, right? And now you have unrealized checks. Unrealized is how much? 3,000. You see here 3,000. So you write here 3,000, and you will transfer this 3,000. So unrealized you need to deduct. So I will deduct this amount 3,000. So you will get a final balance of 13,800. You say it as balance as per bank statement. For the on you can say 30th September 2016. So that's all guys for today. It's bank reconciliation statement we have done. I hope you guys understood well. You haven't understood, please comment on the comment section. If we have any things to explain more, I can add it on the next video. And whatever videos you wanted to learn, you can update through the comments column. And don't forget to subscribe our channel because I have updated financial statement videos of past papers on our channel. You can go and look on to that. I have also updated grade 10 chapter 1 revision, and also we'll be updating every week one video, most of the time on theory side, and every day you will see a video which is posted on past papers. So don't miss out to subscribe our channel and also to learn and like as much as possible. Share to all your friends. This class is done with main purpose to reach all to the people who doesn't have enough income to pay for during the pandemic to pay class fees. This video is going to everlast on our YouTube channel. So if you can suggest to your friends, then of course they can bring new people to learn the things very easily. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you guys on next video.